Hey there, fellow adventurers. Ready to embark on a journey to a city that truly has it all?
A place where ancient history and modern marvels collide.
Exactly. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of Bangkok.
A vibrant tapestry of culture, flavors, and unforgettable experiences.
I'm so excited to unpack everything Bangkok has to offer, especially for those dreaming of experiencing it for the first time.
We'll be your guides, covering everything from the best time to visit to navigating this bustling metropolis.
And of course, we can't forget about the food. Get ready for a culinary adventure that will tantalize your taste buds.
We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. First things first, when is the ideal time to pack your bags and set off on this Bangkok adventure?
Yeah, that's a great place to start. I know Thailand has different seasons, so when should we aim for to experience Bangkok at its best?
Well, for many, the cool season, from November to February, is ideal. You can imagine exploring ancient temples and bustling markets under sunny skies.
Sounds perfect. Comfortable temperatures.
Yes, with gentle breezes and temperatures in the low 80s Fahrenheit.
That does sound absolutely perfect. Yeah. But what about the other seasons? Are they a complete no-go?
Not at all. Each season offers a unique charm. Let's take the hot season, from March to May.
Okay, hot season.
It can be intense, with temperatures soaring into the 90s. But if you don't mind the heat, you'll be rewarded with fewer crowds.
Fewer crowds, that's a plus. Anything else special about that time of year?
You might have the chance to witness Songkran,
Songkran.
the Thai New Year's festival celebrated in April.
Oh, tell me more about Songkran. It sounds intriguing.
Imagine a city transformed into a giant water fight, with everyone splashing each other with water.
A city-wide water fight? Wow. What's the significance behind that?
It symbolizes cleansing and renewal. It's a vibrant and joyous celebration.
Wow, a citywide water fight.
Yeah.
Definitely going on my bucket list. But what about the rainy season? Does that mean constant downpours?
The rainy season, from June to October, does bring frequent showers. But they're often brief and followed by bursts of sunshine. The rain also helps cool down the city.
So it's not a complete washout, so to speak.
Not at all. And you'll find lush greenery everywhere you look. Plus, it's a great time to snag some deals.
Ah, so there are some perks to traveling during the rainy season. Lower prices, maybe.
Exactly. You might find better prices on accommodations and experience a less crowded Bangkok.
So it seems there's a season for every traveler in Bangkok. Whether you're seeking comfortable warmth, vibrant festivities, or lush landscapes, this city has something to offer year-round.
Absolutely. It all boils down to what you're looking for in your travel experience. Now, once you've decided on the perfect time to visit, how do you plan on navigating its bustling streets and hidden alleyways?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've heard stories about the legendary Bangkok traffic. Is it as daunting as they say?
Well, Bangkok does have its share of traffic, but don't worry, the city has a surprisingly efficient transportation system.
Oh, that's good to hear. So we won't be stuck in traffic jams all day.
For getting around different parts of the city, the BTS SkyTrain and MRT subway are your best options.
Okay, the SkyTrain and subway, those sound efficient. Tell me more.
Imagine gliding above the streets in air-conditioned comfort. You'll bypass the traffic jams below and enjoy some great views.
Yeah, it does sound efficient and comfortable, especially in a bustling city like Bangkok. What about those iconic tuk-tuks? Surely we can't go to Bangkok and not hop on one of those, right?
Of course not. Tuk-tuks are definitely a fun part of the Bangkok experience.
They look so vibrant and exciting, zipping through the streets.
Exactly. They're perfect for short hops, especially in those areas where the SkyTrain or subway don't reach.
Okay, good to know. I can already picture myself weaving through the back streets in a tuk-tuk, soaking up the city's energy. But maybe for longer distances or when we've done a bit of shopping, taxis or ride-hailing apps might be a better option.
Absolutely. Taxis are plentiful, but make sure to insist on using the meter.
Ah, good tip. To avoid any surprises with the fare.
Exactly. And ride-hailing apps like Grab are really popular.
Yeah, I've heard those are super convenient in Southeast Asia.
They offer transparent pricing and can be really helpful, especially during rush hour.
It sounds like getting around Bangkok is more manageable than I initially thought. There's so many options to choose from.
And don't forget the Chao Phraya River. The Chao Phraya Express boat is a fantastic way to see Bangkok from a different perspective.
Oh, a river cruise. That sounds lovely. Tell me more.
You can hop on and off at various piers connecting you to key landmarks and neighborhoods.
So we can combine sightseeing with transportation that's efficient and enjoyable. Okay, now that we've covered transportation, I'm ready to talk about those must-see landmarks that make Bangkok so captivating. Where do we even begin?
Well, Bangkok is a city steeped in history and spirituality.
Yes, I've heard so much about the magnificent temples.
And its temples are definitely a testament to that rich heritage. You can't miss the Grand Palace.
The Grand Palace. It's on every Bangkok must-see list.
It's a dazzling complex of gilded halls, shimmering temples, and intricate details.
I've seen pictures, but I can only imagine how breathtaking it must be to see it in person. What makes the Grand Palace so special?
Well, for centuries, it's served as the official residence of the kings of Siam.
Wow, so it's steeped in royal history.
It's a sprawling complex that truly embodies Thai artistry. Imagine yourself walking through the courtyards and picturing the ceremonies that once took place within those walls.
That sends chills down my spine. It's incredible to think about all the history that unfolded there. Okay, what other temples should we add to our list?
While you're at the Grand Palace complex, you'll find Wat Phra Ko,
Wat Phra Ko, okay.
home to the revered Emerald Buddha.
I've heard about the Emerald Buddha. It's a very significant religious symbol, right?
It's a small but incredibly sacred statue carved from a single piece of jade. It's truly a testament to Thailand's devotion to Buddhism.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. The history, the artistry, the spirituality, it's all so captivating. What other temples should we explore while we're in Bangkok?
Just across the river, you'll find Wat Arun, which is also known as the Temple of Dawn.
Wat Arun, okay. The Temple of Dawn.
Its central prang, a towering spire adorned with colorful porcelain, is an incredible sight.
I've seen pictures of that spire. It's so intricate and beautiful.
It's said to represent Mount Meru, the sacred mountain in Buddhist cosmology.
Oh, wow. So it's not just visually stunning, but also holds deep symbolic meaning.
Exactly. And climbing to the top of that prang and taking in the panoramic views of the city, it's an experience you won't want to miss.
Okay, Wat Arun is definitely going on my list. Any other must-visit temples we shouldn't miss?
Wat Pho is another must-see. It's home to the giant reclining Buddha.
The reclining Buddha, yes. I've seen photos. It's absolutely massive.
It's a 46-meter-long statue covered in gold leaf. It's a truly awe-inspiring sight.
Wow, 46 meters long. That's longer than a blue whale. I'm adding Wat Pho to my list right now. So we've explored the grandeur of the Grand Palace, the sacredness of Wat Phra Ko, the symbolic heights of Wat Arun, and the majesty of the reclining Buddha at Wat Pho. That's quite a temple tour. What's next on our Bangkok adventure?
Well, after immersing ourselves in the spiritual heart of Bangkok, it's time to dive into its vibrant soul, the markets.
Yes. The markets. I've heard so much about the bustling energy and the incredible variety of goods you can find there.
They truly are a feast for the senses. You'll find everything from fresh produce and exotic spices to handmade crafts and vintage treasures.
I can't wait to experience that sensory overload. Tell me more about these markets. What makes them so special?
Well, for starters, you have the floating markets.
Oh, the floating markets. The ones where vendors sell their goods from boats?
Exactly.
I've seen those in pictures. They look incredible. Is that something we can experience in Bangkok?
Absolutely. It's a truly unique and unforgettable experience. Imagine yourself gliding along a canal.
Okay, I'm picturing it now. Gliding along a canal.
The air is filled with the scent of tropical fruits and flowers, and you're browsing stalls overflowing with colorful silks, handcrafted jewelry.
And delicious food, I bet.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Plenty of delicious street food to try as well.
This all sounds incredible. Which floating markets would you recommend? Are there specific ones we should visit?
If you want the most famous, there's Damnoen Sarawak. It's known for its bustling atmosphere.
Damnoen Sarawak. I'll write that down.
You can take a long-tail boat ride through the canals and try some local delicacies.
Like mango sticky rice, I hope?
You got it. Mango sticky rice and coconut ice cream are popular there.
Damnoen Sarawak sounds like a must-do. Are there any other floating markets we should check out? Maybe one that's a little less crowded?
If you're looking for a more relaxed and authentic experience, I recommend Tailing Chan Floating Market.
Okay, Tailing Chan, got it. What's special about Tailing Chan?
It's smaller and less crowded than Damnoen and Sarawak, with a focus on local produce and seafood. And you can enjoy a nice lunch at one of the riverside restaurants.
Tailing Chan sounds perfect for a more laid-back experience, but I've also heard about a legendary market that only appears on weekends. Like a sprawling labyrinth of stalls offering everything under the sun. Is this a myth?
Ah, you must be talking about Chatuchak Weekend Market.
Chatuchak Weekend Market, yes. Is it really as amazing as it sounds?
It's not a myth at all. Imagine over 15,000 stalls spread across 35 acres. You'll find everything there.
Wow. 15,000 stalls. What kind of things can we find there? Give me some examples.
From vintage clothing and antique furniture to handmade jewelry, artwork, even pets.
Wow, I could definitely spend a whole day getting lost in Chatuchak. What about food? What are some must-try foods there?
Prepare your taste buds. You'll find an incredible variety of street food, from the classics like pad thai and spicy papaya salad to grilled seafood and crispy pork belly.
Oh, my mouth is watering already. You mentioned papaya salad. What's that called in Thai? I want to make sure I order it correctly.
That's somtum. And don't forget to try the khanom wam.
Khanom buang, what's that?
They're crispy Thai crepes filled with sweet or savory fillings.
Okay, khanom buang and som tam. I've got to try both. I'm making a note. And I can't forget the Thai iced tea, right?
Yes, you have to try chai yen, Thai iced tea. It's refreshing and delicious.
Okay, Chatuchak Weekend Market is officially at the top of my list. It sounds like a sensory overload in the best possible way. But after immersing ourselves in all that vibrant chaos, I think I'll be craving a little bit of peace and quiet. Are there any places where we can escape the hustle and bustle and reconnect with nature?
Absolutely. Bangkok is full of hidden oases.
Oh, that's good to know. Tell me about some of these peaceful escapes.
Lumpini Park is a great example.
Lumpini Park.
It's a sprawling green space right in the heart of the city. Imagine yourself strolling under the shade of trees.
Okay, I'm picturing it now. Trees, shade, fresh air.
You can watch locals practice Tai Chi or just relax by the lake and enjoy the peace and quiet.
A little slice of paradise amidst the urban jungle. It sounds like a perfect way to recharge after a day of exploring the markets. What other hidden gems should we explore? I'm always looking for off-the-beaten-path experiences.
Well, if you're interested in the arts, you should head to the Bangkok Art and Culture Center.
Oh, the Bangkok Art and Culture Center. What can we find there?
It's a contemporary art space with works from both Thai and international artists.
So a mix of local and global perspectives. I like that.
Exactly. You'll find thought-provoking exhibitions and even a rooftop garden.
A rooftop garden. With city views, I hope.
You bet. Stunning views of the city skyline.
Okay, I'm adding that to my list. I love discovering local art scenes when I travel. What about historical gems? Are there any places where we can step back in time and explore Bangkok's rich past?
For that, you have to visit the Jim Thompson House.
The Jim Thompson House, okay. Tell me more.
Jim Thompson was an American entrepreneur who revitalized the Thai silk industry.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
His home, a stunning example of traditional Thai architecture, is now a museum.
So we can see how a prominent figure in Thai history lived.
Yes, and you can also see his collection of Southeast Asian art and artifacts.
Wow, that sounds like a fascinating place to visit. What makes the Jim Thompson House so unique?
Well, Thompson was really passionate about Thai art and culture, and that's reflected in every detail of his home.
So it's not just a house, it's a reflection of his love for Thailand.
Exactly. And the house itself is really special. It's made up of 6 traditional teak houses that he combined into one.
6 houses in one. That's quite a home.
It's a beautiful example of traditional Thai design and craftsmanship.
It sounds like a place where you can truly immerse yourself in the beauty and history of Thailand. Okay, so we've explored ancient temples, vibrant markets, peaceful parks, a contemporary art space, and a historical home. Bangkok is truly a city of contrasts. What other adventures await us in this fascinating metropolis?
Well, Bangkok is a city that embraces contradictions, blending the ancient with the modern. And one of the best ways to experience this fusion is through its incredible culinary scene. Are you ready for a gastronomic journey?
My taste buds are definitely ready. What culinary delights can we expect to encounter in this food paradise?
Get ready for an explosion of flavors and aromas.
I love bold flavors.
Bangkok's street food is legendary.
Yes, I've heard so much about it.
It's the best way to experience authentic Thai cuisine.
Well,
We're talking pad Thai, of course.
Pad Thai, the classic. Everyone loves Pad Thai.
But there's also Tom Yum Goong.
Tom Yum Goong, I've heard of that. That's a soup, right?
Yes, it's a fragrant and spicy soup.
What's in it? What gives it that unique flavor?
It's packed with lemongrass, galangal, chilies.
Oh, those all sound amazing.
And there are countless other dishes to try. No matter what your palate, you're sure to find something to love.
Okay, I'm already making a mental list of all the foods I need to try. Besides the classics like Pad Thai and Tom Yum Goong, what other street food treasures should we be on the lookout for?
You can't miss Sumtum, a refreshing papaya salad. It's spicy, tangy, and salty all at the same time.
Sumtum, got it. I love papaya, so I'll definitely be trying that. What about quick snacks?
For a quick bite, try some satay skewers. That's grilled marinated meat served with peanut sauce.
Oh, sauté. I
Wow.
love peanut sauce. That's like a universal comfort food.
Definitely. And it pairs perfectly with grilled meats.
Okay, my list of must-try foods keeps growing. It sounds like Bangkok's street food scene is a symphony of flavors just waiting to be explored. But I'm also curious about more formal dining experiences. Are there any restaurants we should add to our list? Maybe some fine dining options or places with a unique ambiance?
Bangkok offers an amazing range of dining options for every taste and budget.
That's great to know.
For a truly special occasion, consider a meal at a Michelin-starred restaurant.
Wow. Michelin-starred dining in Bangkok. That would be incredible.
Yeah.
What are some of the top-rated restaurants?
Gaga Nanand, known for innovative Indian cuisine, or Le Normandie, a classic French fine dining establishment with river views.
Oh, French cuisine with river views. That sounds incredibly romantic.
It is.
But I'm also curious about those hidden culinary gems that might not be in the guidebooks. Are there any local favorites you recommend seeking out?
Absolutely. For a truly authentic taste of Thai cuisine, you need to venture beyond the tourist areas.
I love that idea. It's always so rewarding to discover those hidden gems that only locals know about. Any tips for finding those local favorites?
Ask the locals. They're the best source of information.
That's great advice. I'll definitely be asking for recommendations. Okay, after indulging in all those culinary delights, I'm ready to explore different neighborhoods and get a feel for the diverse character of Bangkok. What areas would you recommend we explore? Are there certain neighborhoods that capture the essence of the city?
Bangkok is a city of neighborhoods, each with its own unique personality.
Yes, I love that about big cities. Each neighborhood has its own vibe.
Let's start with Sukhumvit.
Sukhumvit, okay.
It's known for its modern skyscrapers, upscale shops, and trendy restaurants.
So Sukhumvit is the place to be for a modern, cosmopolitan experience.
Exactly.
What other neighborhoods should we check out?
Siloam is another vibrant district. It's home to Bangkok's financial center.
Siloam, the financial hub. What's it like?
You'll find a mix of historical landmarks and modern architecture.
So it's a blend of old and new.
Exactly. You'll also find fine dining restaurants and rooftop bars.
Rooftop bars seem to be a recurring theme in Bangkok, which I'm not complaining about. But what about neighborhoods that offer a glimpse into Bangkok's more traditional side?
For that, you'll want to head to Rattanakosin.
Rattanakosin. Okay, what can we find there?
It's also known as Old Town. It's where many of Bangkok's most iconic landmarks are located.
Oh, so it's like stepping back in time.
You'll be surrounded by ancient temples and traditional architecture.
Rattanakosin definitely sounds like a must-visit. What about Chinatown? I always love exploring Chinatowns in different cities. They're always so full of life and energy.
Bangkok's Chinatown is an absolute must. It's a sensory explosion, a mix of Chinese and Thai culture.
I'm picturing bustling streets, colorful lanterns, and the aroma of delicious food filling the air. Am I close?
You got it. You'll find street food stalls, bustling markets, and shops selling all sorts of goods.
Chinatown is definitely on my list. What about Siam? I've heard it's a shopping paradise.
Siam is the heart of modern Bangkok. It's packed with mega malls, department stores, and entertainment complexes.
Oh, wow. So if we're looking for a little retail therapy or some modern entertainment, Siam is the place to be.
Exactly. You'll find everything from high-end designer brands to local boutiques. Plus, there are cinemas, bowling alleys, even an aquarium.
Wow, so much to see and do in Siam. It's amazing how much diversity Bangkok offers in its neighborhoods, from the modern and stylish to the historic and traditional.
That's the beauty of Bangkok. It truly has something for everyone. Now, if you have some extra time and are up for exploring beyond the city, Bangkok makes a great base for some incredible day trips.
Oh, I love a good day trip. Tell me more. What kind of adventures await us outside of Bangkok?
If you're a history buff, you have to visit Ayutthaya Historical Park.
Ayutthaya Historical Park, okay.
It was the former capital of the Siamese kingdom.
Wow, so we're talking ancient history here.
You'll be wandering through the ruins of ancient temples and palaces.
That sounds incredible. It's like stepping back in time.
It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Oh, wow. So it's recognized for its global historical significance.
Absolutely.
Ayutthaya Historical Park is definitely going on my list. What other day trip destinations would you recommend?
For a mix of history and nature, you should head to Kanchanaburi.
Kanchanaburi. Okay. What's special about Kanchanaburi?
It's home to the famous bridge over the River Kwai.
Oh, yes. The bridge with a fascinating, albeit tragic, history.
Exactly. And you can also explore Erawan National Park.
Erawan National Park. What's there?
You can hike to the Erawan waterfall.
A waterfall. That sounds refreshing after exploring temples and historical sites.
It's a 7-tiered waterfall with emerald pools.
Okay, Kanchanaburi is sounding more and more appealing. A blend of history, nature, and maybe even a chance to cool off in a waterfall. Any other day trip suggestions?
If you're looking for a more relaxed floating market experience, I recommend Amphowa Floating Market.
Amphowa, okay. We talked about floating markets earlier. How is Amphowa different?
It's smaller and less crowded than Damno and Sarawak.
So a more local, laid-back vibe.
Exactly. It's a nice glimpse into traditional Thai life.
Wow, so many incredible day trip options. It sounds like we could easily spend a week or two just exploring the areas around Bangkok.
You definitely could.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. Temples, markets, parks, art, history, day trips. We're getting a real sense of all the amazing things Bangkok has to offer. What other essential things do we need to know before we embark on this Bangkok adventure?
It's important to remember that Thailand has its own unique customs and traditions.
Yes, absolutely. I always want to be a respectful and responsible traveler when I visit a new country.
Being mindful of local etiquette will go a long way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are some key things we should keep in mind?
One of the most important things is to dress modestly when visiting temples.
Okay, modest dress for temples. That makes sense.
You'll want to cover your shoulders and knees.
Got it. I'll make sure to pack appropriately. What other etiquette tips should we be aware of?
It's customary to remove your shoes before entering temples.
Oh, yes. I've heard about that.
And also some homes. You'll usually see a designated area for shoes near the entrance.
Shoes off at the door, got it. What about interacting with locals? Are there any specific etiquette tips to keep in mind?
Thai people are generally very polite and reserved.
Okay, polite and reserved.
It's considered rude to raise your voice or show anger in public.
That's good to know.
Hmm.
I'll be sure to keep my cool, even if things get a little frustrating.
A smile and a polite "Khop-kun," which means thank you, will go a long way.
Smiling and saying thank you, I can do that. What about the way, the traditional Thai greeting? I've heard about it, but I'm not sure how to do it properly.
The way is a beautiful gesture of respect.
Okay, tell me how to do it. I don't want to accidentally offend anyone.
You just press your palms together in a prayer-like position and bow your head slightly.
Okay, press palms together, slight bow. Got it. Does the height of my hands matter?
The higher your hands are, the more respect you show.
Okay, so higher hands equal more respect.
Hmm.
I'll practice my way before my trip. It sounds like such a graceful and meaningful custom.
It is.
Okay, etiquette noted. Now let's talk safety. What are some things we should be aware of to ensure a safe and enjoyable trip?
Bangkok is generally a safe city, but it's always good to be aware of your surroundings.
Of course, common sense goes a long way when traveling anywhere in the world.
Petty theft can be an issue,
Okay, petty theft.
especially in crowded areas, so keep valuables close.
That's good advice. Anything else we should be cautious of?
Be careful when crossing the street.
Even at crosswalks?
Yes, even at crosswalks, traffic can be a bit chaotic. Always look both ways.
Noted. Look both ways multiple times and be prepared for anything. What about taxis? Any safety tips for using taxis?
If you're taking a taxi, make sure it's a reputable company.
Ah, good point. Not just any random taxi.
Right.
How can we tell if it's a reputable company?
They'll usually have clear markings or logos. And if you're unsure, it's always best to use ride-hailing apps.
Like Grab you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. They're generally safer and more reliable.
Okay, ride-hailing apps for the win. What about scams? Are there any common scams we should be aware of in Bangkok? I always like to be prepared.
You might encounter the gem scam.
The gem scam, what's that?
Someone might approach you offering to take you to a gem store with great deals.
Okay, sounds tempting, but probably too good to be true.
Exactly. Those stores often sell overpriced or fake gems.
Oh, so it's best to just avoid those situations altogether.
I would say so. And then there's the tuk-tuk scam.
The tuk-tuk scam. Now I'm intrigued. What happens there?
A driver might offer you a really low price,
Okay, low price, that's the bait.
but then they take you to a different destination.
A different destination than you agreed on. That's sneaky.
Often a tailor shop or jewelry store where they get a commission.
Ah, so they get a kickback for bringing in tourists. So what's the best way to avoid that?
Always agree on a price and destination beforehand.
Okay, good advice. Set clear expectations from the start. What about food and water safety? Are there any precautions we should take?
Street food in Bangkok is generally safe.
I'm relieved to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine go to Bangkok and not indulging in all that delicious street food.
But you should choose stalls that look clean and busy.
Clean and busy, Good indicators.
And always drink bottled water.
Okay, bottled water, even for brushing my teeth.
Even for brushing your teeth.
Bottled water it is. Any other health or safety tips you'd recommend?
It's always a good idea to pack a basic first aid kit.
Okay, a first aid kit, good idea. Just in case. Anything else?
Mosquito repellent.
Ah, yes. Mosquitoes can be a nuisance.
Especially in the evenings.
Noted. Mosquito repellent packed and ready to go. Any other essential advice?
If you have any pre-existing medical conditions, it's always a good idea to consult with your doctor before traveling.
Always a good idea to check in with your doctor, especially if you're taking any medications. Speaking of which, should we pack any specific medications for a trip to Bangkok?
I would recommend packing any over-the-counter medications you typically use.
Okay, over-the-counter meds, check.
That way you'll have them on hand just in case.
Great advice. It's always better to be prepared. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of planning an actual itinerary, let's talk about the practicalities of traveling to Bangkok. What are some things we should consider when booking flights, accommodations, and budgeting for this trip?
Flights to Bangkok can vary greatly in price depending on where you're flying from and the time of year.
Okay, so flexibility is key. Any tips for finding the best deals on flights?
It's generally a good idea to book in advance, especially if you're traveling during peak season, and you can use flight comparison websites to find the best prices.
That's a good tip. I'm always on the lookout for flight deals. What about accommodation? What are some good areas to stay in? And what types of lodging are available?
Well, we've talked about some popular neighborhoods like Sukhumvit, Siloam, Ratanakosin, and Chinatown.
Yes. Each one sounded so unique and interesting.
The best area to stay really depends on your preferences and your budget.
That makes sense. So what are our options when it comes to accommodation? Are we talking hostels, hotels, fancy resorts? Fill me in.
Bangkok has it all, from budget-friendly hostels to luxurious five-star resorts.
Okay, so something for every budget and style.
Absolutely. You can easily find something to suit your needs using online booking websites.
Perfect. I love this.
Online booking websites make it so easy to compare prices and find deals.
Absolutely. They're my go-to resource for planning trips. Now let's talk about money. How much should we budget for a trip to Bangkok?
Well, Bangkok is a pretty affordable city.
That's great to hear, especially compared to some other major tourist destinations.
Exactly. Your budget will depend on your travel style, of course.
Of course.
But as a general guideline, you can expect to spend around $50 to $100 per day on a mid-range budget.
Okay, $50 to $100 a day. That's manageable. What does that typically include?
That would cover accommodation, food, transportation, and activities.
So all the essentials. Any tips for saving money while still having an amazing experience? I'm all about maximizing value when I travel.
Eating street food is a fantastic way to save.
Oh, definitely. Street food is not only delicious, but also budget-friendly.
Exactly. It's authentic and incredibly affordable, and use public transportation.
Like the SkyTrain and subway we talked about earlier.
Yes.
Instead of taking taxis everywhere.
Exactly.
What about accommodation? Any tips for saving money on lodging?
Consider staying in a less touristy neighborhood.
Good idea. Venture off the beaten path a bit.
Or opt for a hostel or a guest house instead of a hotel.
Those are all great tips. I'm all about experiencing local life and finding those hidden gems that often come with a lower price tag. Now, before we move on, I have one more practical question. What are some essential things we should pack for a trip to Bangkok? I always like to be prepared.
Packing for Bangkok is fairly easy.
Okay, good. No need to overpack.
The key is to pack light.
Light, got it.
And versatile clothing that you can mix and match.
Versatile, makes sense.
The weather is generally hot and humid.
Okay, so breathable fabrics are a must.
Yes. Lightweight and breathable fabrics like cotton and linen are ideal.
Okay, lightweight and breathable fabrics, check. What else should we pack?
Comfortable walking shoes.
Ah, yes. Comfortable shoes are essential for all the exploring we'll be doing.
You'll be doing a lot of walking. And if you plan to visit any beaches or pools, don't forget a swimsuit.
Of course, a swimsuit. Anything else we shouldn't leave home without?
Sunscreen, insect repellent, a hat, sunglasses.
I got it. All the essentials for a sunny, tropical destination.
And a reusable water bottle.
Yes. Staying hydrated is so important, especially in a hot climate.
It's also a good way to be environmentally conscious.
Absolutely. This has been so helpful. I feel so much more prepared to pack my bags and embark on this Bangkok adventure.
Remember, this is just a starting point. Do your own research.
Yes. Every traveler is different.
And explore different neighborhoods based on your interests.
I'm all about creating a personalized itinerary that suits my travel style and interests.
Exactly. And now, I know you've prepared a sample itinerary for us.
Yes, a 3-week itinerary to give our listeners a taste of what's possible in Bangkok.
Are you ready to dive into that?
Absolutely. Let's map out an unforgettable Bangkok adventure. I'm already so excited.
Okay, so let's start with week 1. This is all about immersing yourself in the heart of Bangkok.
Okay, week 1, Bangkok immersion. I like it. What's on the agenda?
Days 1 and 2 will be all about arrival, settling in, and getting a feel for the city's rhythm.
Arrival and settling in. That sounds like a good plan after a long flight. Where should we stay?
I recommend choosing a hotel in either Sukhumvit or Siloam.
Okay, Sukhumvit or Siloam. We talked about those neighborhoods earlier. Both great options with easy access to transportation and attractions.
Exactly.
So what should we do on our first day in Bangkok? Any recommendations?
On day 1, take a stroll down Sukhumvit Road.
Okay, Sukhumvit Road. It's known for its shopping and dining, right?
Explore the shops and restaurants. And maybe treat yourself to a foot massage.
Ooh, a foot massage. That sounds like a perfect way to relax and unwind after a long journey.
In the evening, you could head to a rooftop bar for some stunning city views.
Rooftop bars and city views. I'm sensing a theme here. I'm not complaining. It sounds amazing. What about day 2? What adventures await us then?
On day 2, let's dive into Bangkok's cultural side.
Okay, day 2, culture. I'm ready. What's first on the list?
Start with a visit to the Jim Thompson House.
Oh, yes. The Jim Thompson House. We talked about that earlier. It's a stunning example of traditional Thai architecture, right?
Yes, and you can explore his collection of art and artifacts.
It's amazing to think that we can step back in time and see how this influential figure lived. What should we do after the Jim Thompson House?
In the afternoon, head over to Wat Pho.
Wat Pho, home to the giant reclining Buddha.
Exactly.
I can't wait to see that in person. It's going to be an incredible experience. So we're getting a taste of history, culture, and spirituality in our first 2 days in Bangkok. I love how this itinerary is shaping up. What exciting experiences do you have planned for day 3?
Day 3 is all about iconic landmarks.
Okay, day 3, landmarks. Bring it on.
We're talking Grand Palace and Wat Phra Ko.
Oh, wow. The grandest of them all. I'm assuming we should plan to spend a good chunk of the day there.
Yes, give yourselves plenty of time to really soak it all in.
Noted. It sounds like a place that deserves our full attention.
In the afternoon, take a riverboat to Wat Arun.
Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn. I can't wait to climb to the top of that prang and see those panoramic city views you mentioned earlier.
It's a breathtaking sight.
I bet. This itinerary is jam-packed with incredible experiences. What's next on the agenda for day 4?
On day 4, let's explore the street food scene.
Yes, more street food. My stomach is already growling in anticipation. Where are we headed?
Spend the morning at Torkor Market.
Or Torkor Market. Okay, what's special about this market?
It's known for its fresh produce and its amazing street food.
Fresh produce and street food. That's a winning combination in my book. What should we do after our culinary adventure at Torkor Market?
In the afternoon, you could visit the Bangkok National Museum.
Oh, a museum. Tell me more. What kind of exhibits can we expect to see there?
You can learn about Thai art, history, and culture.
Perfect. A bit of education to round out our cultural immersion. And what about the evening? Are we continuing our culinary exploration?
Absolutely. In the evening, head over to Yawarat Road in Chinatown.
Chinatown. I can't wait to experience the sights, sounds, and smells of Bangkok's Chinatown. It's going to be an explosion of flavors and energy. Okay, day 4 sounds like a fantastic blend of culture, history, and of course, delicious food. I'm loving this itinerary. What amazing experiences do you have planned for day 5?
Day 5 is all about floating markets.
Floating markets. I've been looking forward to this. Which one are we visiting?
We're taking a day trip to Damnon Saduak Floating Market.
Damnon Saduak, yes. The one you said is the most famous and bustling. I'm so excited to experience this unique way of life along the canals.
It's something you won't forget.
I bet. And to top it all off, what are we doing in the evening?
Why not indulge in a traditional Thai massage?
Oh, yes. A Thai massage is the perfect way to soothe those muscles after a day of exploring.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's our first week in Bangkok. We've covered iconic landmarks, cultural experiences, culinary adventures, and even some relaxation. This itinerary is ticking all the boxes. What does week 2 have in store for us? Are we venturing beyond the city?
Yes, week 2 is all about exploring beyond Bangkok.
Oh, I love a good adventure. Where are we headed? Give me some details.
Days 6 and 7 we're spending at Ayutthaya Historical Park.
Ayutthaya Historical Park, yes. The ancient capital of the Siamese kingdom. I can't wait to explore those incredible ruins. 2 full days to soak it all in. That's fantastic. What about days 8 and 9? Where does our adventure take us next?
Days 8 and 9 are all about Kanchanaburi.
Kanchanaburi, the bridge over the River Kwai and Erawan National Park. I'm so excited to experience both the historical significance and the natural beauty of this region. What about day 10? Are we continuing our exploration or are we taking a breather?
Day 10 is a relaxation day.
Well-deserved day of rest. What do you have in mind?
We're heading back to Bangkok and spending the day at Lumpini Park.
Lumpini Park, that peaceful oasis in the heart of the city. It sounds like the perfect antidote to all our adventurous exploring.
You can enjoy a leisurely stroll, a relaxing boat ride, or maybe even another Thai massage.
I'm already feeling more relaxed just thinking about it. So that's week 2. History, nature, and a little bit of downtime. Perfectly balanced. What exciting experiences await us in week 3? Are we heading back to Bangkok for more urban adventures?
Week 3 brings us back to Bangkok for more markets, culture, and food.
Yes. I'm ready for round 2 of Bangkok's vibrant energy and delicious culinary scene. What's on the agenda?
Day 11 is dedicated to Chatuchak Weekend Market.
Chatuchak, yes. The legendary weekend market with over 15,000 stalls. I've been dreaming about getting lost in that labyrinth of treasures. What about day 12? What cultural experiences do you have lined up for us?
On day 12, let's immerse ourselves in art and culture.
Okay, day 12, art and culture. I'm ready to soak it all in. Where are we headed?
We'll visit the Bangkok Art and Culture Center.
Yes. The contemporary art space with its mix of local and international artists. What should we do after the art museum?
Then we'll head to Chinatown.
Chinatown. A second visit to this vibrant neighborhood. I'm not complaining. There's always something new to discover in Chinatown. Okay, day 12 is shaping up to be a fascinating blend of contemporary art and traditional culture. What about day 13? What exciting activities are in store for us then?
On day 13, we're going to learn how to cook Thai food.
A cooking class, yes. I've always wanted to learn how to make authentic Thai dishes.
And in the evening, you can enjoy a traditional Thai dinner.
Wow, a cooking class followed by a delicious Thai feast. That's an experience I won't forget. What about day 14? Are we venturing out of the city again?
Let's take a day trip to Amphoe Floating Market.
Amphoe, yes. The more relaxed and authentic floating market you recommended earlier. I'm looking forward to experiencing a different side of the floating market scene. And what about the evening? Any recommendations for our last night in Bangkok?
You could do some last-minute souvenir shopping.
Okay, last-minute souvenirs. Got it. Any other suggestions?
Or explore one of Bangkok's many night markets.
Ooh, night markets. Those sound fun and exciting. I love how this itinerary balances cultural experiences with culinary adventures and even a bit of retail therapy. Okay, day 14 is all set. But alas, all good things must come to an end. What does our final day in Bangkok, day 15, look like?
Day 15 is Departure Day.
Departure Day. I'm already feeling nostalgic, and we haven't even left yet. But I'm sure we can squeeze in a few more memorable experiences before heading to the airport. Any suggestions for how to spend our last day?
You could revisit your favorite spot or explore a neighborhood you missed.
Okay, some last-minute exploring or a chance to say goodbye to our favorite places. I like it. And of course, we have to have one last delicious meal before we say farewell to Bangkok.
Absolutely.
Wow. This 3-week itinerary is incredible. You've packed it with so much adventure, culture, and of course, amazing food. I'm so grateful for all these amazing recommendations. I feel like I've already experienced a taste of Bangkok through your vivid descriptions.
And remember, this is just a sample itinerary. You can tailor it to fit your interests.
Absolutely. The best itineraries are the ones that are personalized and reflect your unique travel style. I love how you've given us a framework to build upon.
Bangkok is a city full of possibilities. Embrace the unexpected.
Yes. The best travel experiences are often the ones that surprise you. The ones that weren't planned, but ended up being the most memorable.
Exactly.
So what are you waiting for, listeners? Pack your bags, book that flight, and get ready to experience the magic of Bangkok for yourselves. It's a city that will capture your heart and leave you wanting more. This has been such an inspiring deep dive. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise and passion for Bangkok with us.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you feel inspired and ready to embark on your own unforgettable Bangkok adventure. Until next time, keep exploring. I'm already dreaming about strolling through those markets and hopping on a long-tail boat.
And imagine yourself, after a day of exploring, finding a peaceful spot by the Chao Phraya River.
Sipping on a fresh coconut, watching the sunset paint the sky.
Exactly. It's those little moments that really make a trip special.
Speaking of those special moments, I know you mentioned traditional Thai massage earlier. I'd love to hear more about that.
Yes. Thai massage. It's more than just a massage, it's a holistic healing art.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more about that.
Imagine skilled hands working on your muscles, stretching your limbs, applying pressure to energy points.
It sounds both relaxing and invigorating at the same time.
It's a unique experience.
Where would you recommend going for an authentic Thai massage?
You'll find massage parlors all over Bangkok, but for a truly authentic experience,
Yeah.
seek out a reputable massage school or a traditional massage parlor.
Okay, a massage school or a traditional parlor?
They often employ blind masseuses who have developed a heightened sense of touch.
Wow, blind masseuses. That's fascinating. I'll definitely be on the lookout for those. It sounds like a perfect way to unwind after a day of exploring.
And speaking of unwinding, don't forget to just soak in the atmosphere of Bangkok.
Yeah, just be present in the moment.
Watch the locals, the monks, the street vendors.
Those everyday moments, those are the things that truly capture the essence of a place.
Exactly. And Bangkok is a city that will engage all your senses.
It sounds like a sensory feast.
Take the time to watch the sunset, wander through a market, let the energy of the city wash over you.
I love that. It's those sensory experiences that stay with you long after you've returned home. This deep dive has been so inspiring.
It's been my pleasure, and remember, we've only scratched the surface.
I know. I feel like we could talk about Bangkok for hours.
Bangkok is a city of endless possibilities.
Exactly. There's something for everyone in Bangkok.
So take all this inspiration and craft your own unique itinerary.
Yes. Do your research.
Find the neighborhoods that speak to you.
Indulge in your culinary passions.
And embrace the unexpected.
Because Bangkok is a city that rewards the curious traveler.
It truly is.
So, to our listeners, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, book that flight, and get ready to experience the magic of Bangkok.
Happy travels.